See, I'm often stuck with this space between what we intend to create and what we attend to in the present moment. And we're really trying to do both, as leaders, is we have to be enlightened doers, which is to be flexible enough to respond and to presence an opportunity that may be an emerging future, because we know there may be more futures than one. And that's okay. That's okay to admit that we're not predicting a future, we're creating a future by roaming and lurking and being able to pay attention in a broad external way to the opportunities that move around us, and then responding quickly to those opportunities without judgment, without fear, without cynicism. I mean, that really is it, right? So we kind of stay on the mountain and we climb towards a certain crest and we lock onto that crest. But in getting to that crest, we may discover other opportunities where learning will unfold. And we need to make alliances and friendship with those learning opportunities. The word to learn means to follow a track. It means to follow nature's pattern, to learn. Nature's pattern is the unfolding unknown, the uncertainty that by design holds a certain creative order. And the only way to really make any sense of that order is to be able to see it, is to sense it, is to be able to feel it, and be able to integrate it at the level of revelation that we have by walking. It's called action confidence. That's what we do as leaders. So there is no leader that is unable to generatively listen, and that is to convivially, generally listen to the emerging future through the whispers of the present moment. And so I've been writing a poetry book, and I'd like to share with you one of my favorites, and it's called Why the Path Learns. There is the mountain that you planned to climb, and the summit you keep in your pocket like a stone. And you think you know the weight of it, how the air will taste when you finally arrive, thin and cold and full of your own name. But the mountain is not a map. It is a conversation between your boots and the loose gravel that wants to go somewhere. A goal is a steady thing. Yes, it is. But it can be a wall if you forget to look at the shadows that the pines are making, or the way the light suddenly invites you to a ridge you hadn't considered. This is the wise innocence. That wise innocence is to have a destination, but to keep a comma at every step. So you walk with a certain idea. You orient yourself to a place to be, a place to go. And this driving force, it's there, but you leave a little room in your grip. It's like a holding of a bird. You hold it tight enough to feel the heart, loose enough for the wings to remember the sky. Stafford, he would say that the trail knows more than the hiker. He would say that if you lock your eyes on the peak, you might miss the small silver stream that is trying to tell you a better story about gravity. This is wise innocence. To say, I'm going there, and then to getting lost or chasing whatever might emerge, because the world shows me a more vital way. I'm not chasing everything, but it's about the invisible architecture of the moment, that I'm sensing what stands in need of me, and the way that this great cause stays steady, not by being an iron bar that's unbendable, but being like the wind, true to its direction, even if it curves to fit the shape of the pass. And so you walk on, and you go on, and you unfold, and you expose, and you become aware, and you stumble into a future you didn't have a name for yesterday. But you look back and you see that the path you took is the only one of the many you were brave enough to be, the mountain stays, the summit stays. But you, the one walking, are becoming the very thing that the path is waiting to learn. There are many, many teachings in this poem that I wrote. And it speaks to this cohabiting set of forces between the path that we take and the path that we are revealed, the itinerary and the journey. And what we begin to develop is the structured flexibility to learn that maybe 50% of our calendar is scheduled, but the other 50% is left to what precipitates. Because we must be open to the outcome but not attached. We must be able to see what has heart and meaning in the ordinary. And we must be able to see without criticism and judgment. And maybe, perhaps, as we walk this flexible, structured path, we're able to be revealed what our sense of purpose is in what we presence. Because what emerges is trustworthy. It is the emerging future connecting with a larger sense of things, a path, a thing we cannot not do. And in that, therein lies our contact with a larger order that causes us, that expresses itself through us, like taking us by the hand and leading us. And we give power to it. And we must act upon what we can serve. What stands in need of us? What am I in service to?